The city never truly sleeps, not when the world of celebrity stardom continues to shimmer with speculation and stories that blur the line between truth and imagination. Before we dive into this unfolding tale of love, fame, and quiet defiance, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates from the ever-enticing universe of Korean entertainment. Tonight, our focus falls on one of the most recognizable faces in Asian drama history, Lee Min-ho, and the woman whose quiet grace has captured both the screen and perhaps something deeper within him, Kim Goen. Whispers of their connection have swirled for years, igniting each time they appear in public, in interviews, or even in the soft glow of social media posts that fans dissect like clues in a love story written between pixels and paparazzi flashes. But recently, something unusual happened. Instead of denying the whispers, Lee Min-ho turned the tide of rumor on its head, not to dismiss the idea of romance, but to silence the narrative that he and Kim Goen are not romantically involved. It was a bold move, unexpected and deliberate, sending ripples through both the media and fandoms alike. Because in a culture where discretion is often the language of survival for celebrities, a declaration, or even a hint, of intimacy can feel like a seismic shift in the carefully built balance between public image and private truth. The story begins quietly. A few anonymous posts appeared on forums, claiming insider knowledge that Lee Min-ho and Kim Goen had gone their separate ways long before fans ever suspected. Screenshots surfaced, hashtags formed, and within hours, headlines were declaring their supposed platonic distance. No romance, just friendship, one outlet claimed. The chemistry ends when the cameras stop rolling, another insisted. But if the entertainment industry has taught us anything, it's that silence fuels speculation far more than words ever could. Lee Min-ho had remained publicly silent on such matters for most of his career, known for his polished professionalism and his tendency to let the work speak for itself. Yet, this time, something was different. When the rumors of non-involvement grew too loud to ignore, he responded, not through a manager's statement or a vague social media post, but through a heartfelt live broadcast. The screen lit up with his familiar face, calm but resolute, his eyes carrying a sincerity that fans could feel even through the barrier of their devices. "I've seen the stories," he said softly, his tone steady. "And I think it's time I address them, not to feed gossip, but to stop the noise. The idea that Goen and I are not close, that there is no affection or bond, that's simply not true." The internet froze for a moment. In those few sentences, he had flipped the script entirely. It wasn't the denial that people expected, it was something rawer, more human. And in the echo of his words, the question changed from, "Are they together?" to, "Has he just confirmed it?" From that point on, the narrative took on a life of its own. Fans began retracing every interview, every behind-the-scenes video from the King, Eternal Monarch, their 2020 drama that had reignited the on-screen magic between them. The chemistry that once seemed too good to be scripted now shimmered with new context. The way he looked at her between takes. The laughter they shared when the cameras weren't meant to capture it. Even the smallest gestures, a hand offered to steady her as she stepped off set, or a shared glance during a press conference, suddenly felt like evidence of something real. As the digital world lit up with comparisons and theories, the traditional media scrambled to keep up. Morning shows replayed clips of the live stream, analysts weighed in on his choice of words, and entertainment reporters debated whether his statement was a confession or merely a defense against falsehoods. But in the end, what truly mattered was the tone, the unwavering certainty in his voice when he said, "That's simply not true." To those who had followed Lee Min-ho's career for years, the shift was striking. This was a man who had built an empire on mystery, the polished exterior of a global star who rarely let the public see behind the curtain. Yet, for Kim Goen, that curtain seemed to have been pulled aside ever so slightly. Behind the glamour of photo shoots and press junkets lay two artists who had shared an undeniable spark on screen, and who, according to close sources, had maintained a quiet, steadfast friendship long after production ended. There were sightings, a coffee shop in Gumnam, a late-night walk near the Han River, a birthday post that some fans swore was meant just for her. Still, in an industry that thrives on denial, where privacy is both shield and burden, Lee Min-ho's decision to confront the narrative was unprecedented. Perhaps it was the fatigue of years spent navigating the delicate dance between fan expectations and personal truth. Or perhaps, as some speculate, it was his quiet way of saying that he was done pretending that warmth and affection could be brushed aside as mere professionalism. In that live stream, he never said the words, "We are together." He didn't need to. The silence between his sentences carried more weight than any confirmation could. And in that silence, fans heard a message that love, when genuine, doesn't always need labels. Kim Goen, for her part, remained her usual serene self. She made no public statements, offered no clarification. But her actions spoke softly. Days after his broadcast, she posted a photograph, a simple image of the ocean under an amber-colored sky, captioned only with a single heart emoji. It was enough to send social media into overdrive. Was it a coincidence? A quiet acknowledgement? Or merely an aesthetic choice? To the outside world, it could have meant anything. But to those who believed in their connection, it felt like a whisper of solidarity, her own way of saying, "I hear you." As the weeks unfolded, the narrative continued to evolve. Entertainment agencies tried to steer the conversation back to upcoming projects. PR teams subtly reframed interviews to focus on career milestones rather than personal lives. Yet, the public's fascination refused to fade. Online, comment sections transformed into digital battlegrounds between skeptics and believers. Some argued that the entire episode was a clever publicity move, a strategy to reignite attention ahead of Lee Min-ho's new drama release. Others countered that it was too authentic to be scripted, too personal to be marketing. The truth, as always, lay somewhere between the two, in that hazy space where genuine emotion meets media narrative. It wasn't just about love anymore, it was about control. Control over one's story, one's image, and the fragments of truth that survive beneath the noise of public perception. The narrator's voice lowers, almost a whisper now, because behind the glitter of fame, there's a fragility few see. For every headline and hashtag, there are sleepless nights spent wondering how much of yourself you're allowed to show before the world starts to rewrite your truth for you. Lee Min-ho had reached that threshold. And rather than let the rumor mill define his reality, he chose to speak, not to the tabloids, but to the millions who have followed him since Boys Over Flowers,